We're back because we got a pack in. I already get to the crack open, and it is from Lily at Upson. Shout outs to Lily at Upson, UPXON. Shout out to her. They sent me out some stuff. I had some other things I was using. Some stuff that I using when I was doing a lot of my recording and stuff early on, and I actually broke it last week with the whole dog situation. So I sent her a message over and I let them know what happened, and they sent me out all brand new stuff. So that's dope. So that's why nobody seen the video in a couple days. We got the LO8. This is go-to. Like, if you're doing this, all this, if you need this, this is go-to. And then this stabilizer is so dope. I mean, it even fits my phone that has like the oversized battery pack, and I got that Note 10. So definitely. But we back. We get those set up real quick. So we get into it. But yo, Monday motivation. We ain't been back in a couple days. We had an issue with the gimbal and stuff, but we got everything back situated. But it's a little bit different because fam came through, Taz came through to you know what I'm saying, just chop it up with me, you know. A lot of people don't know, you know, this my right hand man, 100 grand since
day one.
You know,
Since day one.
Hey,
We're trying to motivate everybody, Monday through Friday. But we're gonna get into the conversation of just how we interact with each other and how we got to where we at to this point. There's a lot of people out there that don't fuck with me, and I choose not to fuck with them. But when it comes to this man here, you know, it's always been that day, you know, since grade school. You know, like we met 97, 98. You know, we going through our little problems with whatever we was going through at that particular time, and we met on the basketball court. You know, that's how we truly met. From day one, you know, we've been that particular level with each other. You know,
it was just always different.
right?
You know, we never really had no animosity towards each other. I mean, we had our disagreements, but we kind of always aired it out and stuff. And that was some of the stuff that we always talk about, all the stuff that they go out into the world's conversation that we have all the time. But a lot of people don't really understand, like, it's really deeper than, like, it's on a whole nother level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they go back to, like, you know, our connection go back to, like, before we even knew each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, coming from the backgrounds that we come from, it was inevitable that we weren't gonna meet up and be friends, you know, or do business or whatever the case was. It was just inevitable. You know, this guy is seeing an equal, fair amount of share of things as I mean, I would say probably more than me. You know what I'm saying? If not the same, but it's like it's that stuff that triumphs everything. You know, and it's just really, that's how it happens. Thank you. It's true. But it's that type of stuff that really, like, triumph everything. I mean, we
didn't see each other struggle. We didn't see each other down. You know, when, you know, I slept in my car, you know, or
see me sleeping on my brother's couch.
Yeah, sleeping on,
like,
you know, couches. You know, a lot of stuff has involved us to be, you know, the people that we are today. And I owe a lot to him, you know, but vice versa. You know,
I owe a lot to him.
That connection that we have with each other, other than, you know, us just being, you know, close friends, associates. Like, I don't really have associates in my life. You know, if you're a friend, you know, then you're a friend. If you a family member, because I don't have friends. So, you know, me and Reese hit it off so well that he let me become, you know, a person that, you know, he depends on sometimes.
You know, it's family.
You know,
It was family. It was family.
When he goes out and say, I don't have friends, that's right, he doesn't. If he calls you his friend, it's no friend, it's family. And that's why I met today. It's just been a long road.
You have no idea.
You done see me with the worst people, and then I'm married to this day just because of the knowledge that we have with each other, and he would never let me be someone that wasn't that right person for me to complete.
I know what it is, man. We was able. Our relationship is what it is because we was able to call each other out on our bullshit.
Right. Yeah.
You're able to be like, you fucking up. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like if you can't do that with people, then
why have them around? Definitely.
It's like it's fake. It ain't real.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people probably get down like that, but I just don't. I don't like the. It feel weird, man. It's like it's an uncomfortable feeling that at this point in our life we don't have to do that.
Right.
Nobody should have to do that. But it's a different feeling when you mess with people, when you deal with people, when you rock with people, like unequivocally on everything. Like, I've never given this man $1 and been like, I need that $1 back. Same vice versa. He's never saying we've never done that with each other. It just, you know what I'm saying? We just don't. And I don't know why. I can't explain that with people, but it's just, it's like Cameron said, he wasn't there, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I was shutting down the city with the clothing and the shoe things for like 10 years, I was doing it a long time before people even know I was doing it. Like, he was right there. And he was like, you gonna do it, this gonna do it, we gonna do it. And I was like, and it was a we thing. He was like, when I said nobody was helping me, he was right there. My wife was there, and but it was me and him. He was out at the malls with me. We was doing the pop-ups. We was out at, popping the trunks at the barber shops, being wherever we needed to be to get that bread. But it was just a different vibe because we always made each other feel safe. Like, dude, no matter what, I got your back. If the shit go down, if something goes sideways, we got it. And if I had it, he had it, and vice versa. So, I guess my question is, if you get that type of vibe with people that you're not even blood with, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you have people that you related to, that you know what I'm saying, that you grew up with, or whatever the case is, and they be going through something, why they don't reach out to you when they see you got that momentum and they see you trying to be in a different direction?
I think that's a good question. For me, to answer it on my end, because most of the family that you have as family, you truly don't want your best interests. I think in our situation, where our background is intertwined with each other, like we always been that particular person that always want to provide, help out, So when you want to help out someone so bad, and then you help them, it makes you feel good. It make you motivated for yourself.
Right.
So when it comes to someone else, their needs and wants are two different things. Like, they want to be that person. They need to be that person. Like, we don't need to be me being myself. Like, right. I don't need anyone to clarify or to stamp my approval, because right. I know I'm that person that I need to be.
For you, right? Right.
So when we came together, in the situation that we came together so fast, it was a love for basketball. Our basketball.
Oh yeah. Sports definitely kept us on the street for sure.
And then when we just talked to each other, it wasn't a me thing. It was like, yo, bro, like I'm doing something the same thing you're doing. Right,
yeah. But that was the thing. We was on the same page.
Right.
But it just, I guess, it always feels disheartening where it's like if you see someone trying to do positive things and trying to help out people and stuff, and then you got these people that are close to you, and then you reaching out to them like, I'm here, you need something, you want to talk, and stuff like that, and then they don't reach back, and you see them hurting, that hurts even more when you got strangers that are taking that advice and they reaching out to you, and then your own blood don't want to, because it's like they don't want to give you the notoriety. Like, yeah, you helped me. It's not about it. Yeah, I helped you. We helping each other.
Right.
You heal, I heal. We get better together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess that's the part that it always throw me off, man.
It throws you off, but I mean, like, I feel like at that particular point where, since back in the days, like, it was a me. Now, listen, that we're secure in what we're doing, I think the people that you try to reach out to, that blood, that you want them to listen to you, or you want to hear what their thoughts is, they don't want that, because they want you to be in the same predicament that they're in at all times.
Yeah, it's probably true. Yeah.
Now that you out of the situation, they don't need me no more, so I don't need to talk to them. But at that point right now, we're at that point right now where I don't need anybody. I don't.
Right.
We're like, it's me and my family. Real.
Right.
If you don't rock with me back then, you don't rock with me now.
Right.
Then you still go the same way. I feel like,
But we're trying to grow and evolve.
Well, we're involved. We're involved to the people that we are now, because like right now, back then, like 2002, 2003, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
That's true. Yeah, we had
streets.
We had a completely different mindset.
We're in the streets. Now that you're situated, like you a little bit more than me, because you have, you have your kids. And
right.
You have
but I got completely different.
Right. So right now, it's feel like we're a little bit up above me, but we never look at things like that. Yeah, right.
We never be like, dude, I'm right here, you right. We never look at things like that.
Right.
We look at things like we moving.
Right.
We was here and we moving forward.
Right.
That's how we looking at it. It only become a conversation when we both say we moving, then somebody take a step back, and then I feel like I gotta dial back. So I'm like, come on, let's go. And and you do the same thing. It's like you're supposed to be there to lift people up and stuff like that. But I feel like that's the hard part. Like, I feel like that's the part. I think that's one of the first things, like realizing that it's okay for other people to be doing well, or other people to want to do something different, do something positive, because we all don't have to do the same thing. We are not going to do the same thing. We build different. But I just feel like sometimes I feel like I get the messages, like when I see people online and they typing things and they portraying things like the world is so bad in one post, like it's like everything's going to shit, but then in another post you like all happy. It's like I'm trying to check in on you, but you're not responding either way when I'm hitting you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's like these family members, like, I don't want to block you and shit like that, but it's like if I'm just trying to reach out and trying to be helped. But you know what? I guess I get too caught up in wanting to be a helper and be a provider that I forget sometimes people just don't want it. Maybe they just don't need it.
Right.
But it's hard. It's hard pill to swallow.
But once you realize that you can't change someone else's opinion, then you should be fine.
Oh no,
you need to block them. You block them just so that they know, like it is what it is.
See, but that's the thing. I'm not trying to change their opinion, but it's like you already have an interaction, a conversation with a person. So it's not like I'm hitting people up like on random. Like many people already have interactions going on. So if I'm just like, but I try to hit you up on some real shit, like, hey, that last one was kind of scary. You good? And I don't get nothing back. Then I'm thinking the worst case scenario. You're in across the street. I can't go check on you. Miles and miles. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm just concerned. You know what I'm saying? For like, I'm a husband, I'm a father, but I'm a big brother too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm concerned all the way around. So whether it's friends, family, brother, sister, whatever, I'm just always concerned about it, because it's like, that's my role. I've always been built that way. Right. This stuff that I'm doing now, this is all new. All of this, becoming more sensitive and becoming more understanding to the world, and you know what I'm saying, just being more open and trying to communicate with people better and stuff. This is all a new phase, a new chapter in my life, and this will be forever evolving. I'm just happy that we put this shit in motion, and I took the leap, and I was like, okay, bro, check this out. Boom, and then now he doing it. And my nephew, we was already on the same page. We're gonna be doing it. And me, you have a conversation, like, and we are, and it's like we got this nucleus of people, and everybody like, okay, okay. But the crazy thing, the world don't know what's happening on the back end. It's fine, but what I'm saying is it's just funny because it's like we know everything that's gonna happen and all the stuff that's going on, but it's just like it's all momentum.
Right.
Everybody's feeding off of everyone, like.
Right.
You know, everyone's like that energy.
Like, don't worry about it. Let the world catch up with us. Let's not catch up with the world. You know, let us understand that what we're going to do it's going to change a whole bunch of people's life, but it changes our first.
Correct.
You know,
correct.
So
yeah, because it's an interchange for us. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I always looked at it, man. I'm like, we could have been doing this forever ago,
right.
but it wasn't time.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying the other day. I'm like, you always where you're supposed to be. And the sooner you understand that, the better you are. You know, but I was talking to Marcus, and he said something, and it was like everything. He was like, use your platform and get your word out and stuff like that, and elevate yourself and stuff. But understand that this is all bullshit. Like, just don't forget. I'm like, I already know. I'm unplugged from the matrix. I know what this is. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to take this and try to build some life for myself and stuff. I already have a life for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be a year later, and things might change dramatically financially, but I'm still the same dude. You know what I'm saying? Because I am who I am. I know who I am. When people are trying to discover themselves, you see them go through these dramatic changes, and dude, we did this, and he bought that, he did that, and it look all crazy and stuff. Because people trying to find themselves. A lot of people trying to catch up and do things that they wish they had done 15, 20 years ago and stuff when they didn't have the funds or the finances to do those things. And they trying to live them dreams out now. However it may be, live your life, do your thing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just have peace and do it. Do it in a way that you're not doing it because you're trying to show people something. Do it because it's something that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of what happens is people are doing stuff for show. You know what I'm saying? And it's for the world. It's for the outside world. It's not for them. It's not for them in the inside.
Right.
I
can attest to that. I definitely was in those particular positions. I always wanted to be somebody different than what I am. Who I am.
Why?
Because I just felt like the world wanted to see something different from me, and I didn't know that yet. I always wanted to be that famous basketball player.
Be flashy.
I want to be flashy. I want to have the newest thing, and I still do. But I do it in a conventional way. I take care of my family first, then my needs is next. Right. Then whatever else comes after that. But, I just wanted to be somebody that someone can look up to. But I couldn't do that because I wasn't looking up to myself. Right. And that's growth. That's growth, man. And that's a lot to know that, it take a lot to get to that point, man. It took me forever to get to this. It was hard at first, to pick up the camera and just put it out there to the world. The breakdown from, months back and stuff, like everybody's seen that, and it's like, it was when you hold that stuff in, it's got to come out some type of way. Yeah, and I agree with that. Like, when you first came over with this opportunity to do that, I was kind of skeptical. I'm like, you're not really a camera person.
That ain't what I do. Right.
So right. In my head, I'm like, this is another failure. But I would never say that, because I feel like to motivate somebody, you have to be congratulating with that person.
Well, let's see what happened. And that's how I looked at it too. I'm like, well, let's see what happened. It was more so, like I was saying before, it's like free therapy, man, because it was like, the stuff that I'm saying is stuff that whoever's watching, like people are out there, they're thinking this stuff. People just are too afraid to say the stuff, right? Because they got these blocks and these barriers about what the outside world and how they go view them. If they say that they cried or, what I'm saying, they was afraid or they was scared or something, or they got depression or anxiety, they're afraid how they gonna be viewed, how that backlash gonna come back. So what?
Right.
that shit ain't real. Like it's not like, and that's the crazy thing. Like for instance, I told my wife, I said there's something about somebody who's selling food like on Facebook, like through the marketplace, and I was like, you know, the home cooked meals or whatever. I was like, I went to school. I went to school with her or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, oh, she was like, stuff look good. And she was like, but she ain't got no likes or no comments though. It ain't nothing there to show the body of work. I mean, but I'm looking at the food and the food looked amazing.
Right.
But that wasn't enough.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but if she had had
20 followers.
20, no, if she just had 3 people comment and 100 people hearted, it'd been a different conversation. She'd be like, let's order, let's check it out.
Right. And just because they didn't have those, you know, no.
But I mean, we're gonna order the food anyway,
Right, no,
you know, in a couple
right,
days. But it was just, and it just got me to thinking like, that's how people are looking at things.
Right.
You know, you see something and either it's funny or it's amusing or it's entertaining, and you're like, oh, you got a few seconds, and then you go keep it going, and you just go swipe up and keep it going, you know, TikTok, whatever. But you look at things, and you're like, oh, well, this got 1 million likes, so maybe I should like it too. Everybody want to be included in that shit.
Right.
You know, instead of being just like, you know, I don't really do that. Like I go through my page and I was deleting stuff. Like, I don't follow this. I don't even know where I'm getting stuff about dunks, and it was just weird. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta not interested, all this stuff. But it's like, since I did that, now I'm getting things that are filtered more directly to what I'm doing and what I'm doing now, not 3 years ago.
Right.
You know, so it's weird, man. Even the things you get recommended for, it's like, you know, Black Wealth Report and you know, meditation, so, and, you know, all of these things that coincide with, you know, how I'm living my life and stuff like that.
Right.
It's just interesting. But like I said, the big part is I understand it all. You know,
Definitely.
that was the thing. I understand it all. Everything that's happening now and how it's all, I understand it all.
Right.
Like none of it's like none of it. It used to be foreign. Things used to happen, and I would be like, well, why? But now I'm like, I get it. Like, you know, like that scene in the Matrix where, you know, Neo, everything turns black and green and starts seeing the code and stuff. That's how it feels sometimes.
Right. Everything's slow motion.
Yeah, and it's just like,
Definitely.
you step back and you watching it happen, and you picking and choosing the things that you picking and choosing how you want to navigate in life.
Right.
And when you can dial it back and stuff, the only way you can do that is if you let go of the nonsense and the bullshit. Let go of worrying about, you know, how that world view you, and, you know, how people care about how you look, and, you know, you got to talk to people a certain way. I mean, be respectful and shit like that. But what I mean, so more so just like, once you can take this social media shit and separate that shit from your real life, it's a beautiful thing, man. Because I'm like, this ain't real. This is this, and this is me. You know, I am one and the same and stuff, but I don't take this stuff and be like, you know, followers, a blue check and all that shit. That shit don't motivate me.
Right.
I'm for the people, man. I don't never want none of that shit. I would, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm for the people. I don't do it for that.
Definitely got to step back.
And yeah, because sometimes you get off task because people bring it up, and then you look at it and stuff. It's like it'd be like a basketball player saying he don't look at the sport, he don't look at the stat sheet. You're a liar. You know what I'm saying? You want to see what you're doing. You know, me, I just want to see how many people we reach and how many people we touching, and, you know, let's keep it going and stuff. You know,
for me, like you I didn't see you touch a lot of people without this camera in your face.
Right.
So, you know, like that.
And that's all. That's
you're
all.
a hero. You're a hero to a lot of people. With my best friend, me. So, you know, appreciate you. You know what I mean? The talk is nice. You know, I definitely gotta, you know, thank you, Will, for listening to us. Definitely gotta go touch base. Gotta do something for my mom. You know, it's her birthday, so, you know, gotta do something for the mom.
For sure.
Thank you, Will, for listening to our conversation.
We'll be back. We'll be back with some more. Appreciate y'all.